In this video, I'm going to be interviewing Rob, who's the head trader at Lux Trading. This prop firm is very interesting because it's very inexpensive and they have a very fast scaling plan that you can scale after you get getting funded up to $10 million and even more. It's one of the highest of any prop firm I've ever seen. And also, it has a 65% profit split. As always, I negotiated for an extra special discount code for you guys. So this code is going to be at 12.5% off discount code. And that code is going to be VVS. So go ahead and use the top link in the description below. Use that code and you get 12.5% off when you check out with any of the three options that they have. Lastly, before we get started with the interview, don't forget to smash the like button. I really appreciate it and it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. All right, I am here with Rob. Rob, what is your position within Lux Trading?
Head of trading. So we're running here the risk desk and also the trading desk from Switzerland.
Why should traders go with Lux Trading over other prop firms?
Yeah, the main thing is actually we're not so really looking to other prop firms. Is we have our own set of rules, which is what we like to see in a trader. Yeah, but the difference between us and other prop firms, I think, is we are more relaxed in a way that let's say the traders have more time, to reach their goals. Yeah, so it's not like you don't have a time limit. They don't have to get a certain percentage within 4 weeks or so. Yeah, we want them to make 6%, and they have time for that. And so they can do it in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whenever they reach the 6%.
Yeah. So talking about that 6% as well as time limits. First of all, how long do traders have to get that? Is it timed at all? And also, is there a scaling process, or what happens once they get that 6%?
There are some things that they need to follow, some rules. Yeah. I mean, they should not have a drawdown more than 4%. Yeah, that's important. For us, is we are more focused on the risk management than in let's say the performance what a trader is going to make in the future. So we want them, to take their time, focus on risk management. The moment that they reach it, the 6%, we go into a live account. Yeah. So they have a choice, actually 3 different programs or choices. Did you pass this one? This 6%. You go to the next stage, but not before you did also, let's say, within 29 trading days. Yeah. So if someone is making, let's say, 6% in 2 days, we're not really interested in that. Yeah, we want you to be stable. Yeah, and that you're making it on the same, let's say, frequency and not having, let's say, 6% in 2 days and then go to the next stage. We want to see that in that 29 days of trading, that you have, let's say, the same lot sizes, etc., and that you then go to the next stage. So the moment that the 6% is reached, you go into a live account. So if somebody signed up for the 5K account, you will get a 5K account, a live account. Yeah, that goes the same way as you are trading on a demo. Okay. So the same rules. It's again the minimum of 29 trades, 29 trading days. You need to reach the 6%. You have to take into account that drawdown of 4%. You should not exceed that. Yeah, the 4%. If you're doing that, then the next stage will be a fully funded account. So it's stage number 3. Yeah. So someone who's signing up for a 5K account, live account, goes to 50K. The one who signed up for a 10K goes to 100K, and the one who signed up for a 15K account goes to 150K. Live account, and from that moment on, it goes on and on. So it will be doubled until you reach the 2.5 million.
And once you have these high number of live accounts, high dollar amount of live accounts, what ends up happening with the profit split?
You will get, let's say, your first profit split already after stage 1. So you come into stage 2. Where you have a live account, and if you reach the 6%, you will get paid. Yeah, so once a month we will do the payouts. Let's say the trader will get his part, so that's the 65%, and the other part stays with us.
So that's a pretty good percentage payout, especially for this scaling model of the competition with this is usually much lower, usually 50% for these fast scaling prop firm accounts. So on the website, it actually says on the website right now that it goes up to 10 million plus in funding. So I'd like to shine more light on that. What exactly does the 10 million plus and how does someone get that, and how does that work?
Okay, now first of all, in this, let's say the prop program, you will reach the 2.5 million. At the moment that you have the 2.5 million, then we're gonna watch how you're doing it with the 2.5 million. Yeah, if you're doing well, then it would be very interesting for us also to trade, let's say, money what we have available from our investors. Yeah, so we will see how he's doing. We're going to look for a few months how he's doing. If we see that there are still things to improve, we will speak with the trader and say, okay, maybe you should watch this way and that way to improve actually more your skills. And then he will be able actually to manage a 10 million or even more. It depends. Because what we will do eventually, if he has a track record already for a few months or even a year, then we will promote it among our investors. Yeah. If the investors say, okay, this looks great, and we can bring even more money to him, then we will do it. Yeah. I mean, our investors, they always have the choice, let's say, which program they would like to invest to. If this is a following program and we offer that to them and they think it's good, then they will invest in that program.
And are there any consistency rules that traders must follow, or why must traders use a stop loss within 2 minutes?
Yeah, okay, sure. But we like them to trade the way we trade. Yeah, so I mean, we're experienced. We see how you need to trade and actually how you not should trade. So these are rules that we also have in-house. Yeah. We don't want people to exceed 4%. We're not looking for people doubling their account within a short period of time, or don't even double their account within a year. Yeah, for us, it's the risk management is the most important. Yeah, so keep the risk low. If the risk is low, you have less stress, and then you can work on your profits. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So if someone making 1 or 2%, on average, that's fantastic. They can even have negative months. Yeah, we'll look everything in the long term.
If someone's ready to get started, what is the cost both for the smallest package as well as the largest package, and what do traders end up getting if they use the code VVS at checkout?
Okay, the costs are, let's say on the smallest accounts, 5K. The 5K account is £199. Yeah, then you have the 10K, that's $299, and then you have the 15K, that's $399. So people have a code, they will get a discount of 12.5%.
Can traders trade news and hold over the weekend?
Yes, they can do whatever they want. We leave the traders the way that they feel comfortable with. So I mean, you don't only have day traders. For instance, one of the guys that work for us, he went in Aussie last year. He bought and he got out 3 weeks ago. And I mean, if you're a trader that needs more time, or you're a swing trader, for example, and not a day trader. If you're doing very well with news, then trade the news, but keep in mind that you should not exceed 4%.
Right. And how do you personally trade, and what is your personal strategy?
Yeah, I'm more like a swing trader, but based on let's say a few days maximum. Yeah, if I'm going in a trade, preferably I want to go out the same day. Yeah, so I'm going more for like the 50 pips, but there are also, let's say, setups that will need some more time. For instance, I went last week my first short in pound JPY, and I hope to make a right of 500 pips, but we see along the way how that goes. You know, if it goes in my direction, I will just lower and trail the stop, you know, into profit. That's my style, but some other traders have different styles. I mean, swing traders, we don't have news traders, but if someone is good at news trading, he's making good profits for the company and for the clients, then he's welcome. Yeah, and I mean, so you can do whatever you want overnight, during the weekend. You can even trade, let's say, cryptocurrencies during the weekend with us.
That's really cool. I really like being able to trade over the weekend as well. That's a very huge plus in my opinion. So how are you
Yeah.
able to, how is you, meaning Lux, how's Lux able to offer such a high payout percentage within such a fast scaling plan? Because normally, like I mentioned earlier, the competition is usually 50%. You guys are 65%.
Yeah. Now the scaling, normally you can already see how someone behaves in the first 2 months. Yeah, I mean, if he goes to a live account, you can still follow. Then let's say in the third stage, I mean, the amount is already high, but I mean, it's good actually to manage. If we still see that you're doing well and you're making your profits, then there's not much risk anymore. So the only thing what we do directly business with the liquidity providers. We don't go through brokers. Yeah. So I mean, we do the same as what brokers do. Brokers also go into the liquidity pool, but we leave the broker out at this moment. Yeah. So we say, okay, the broker is not necessary. It's an extra cost. We do the business directly with the liquidity providers. We put there, let's say, the risk capital to them. Yeah. So the risk capital is what you need, actually, not the full amount. You put the risk capital there, and then if it goes wrong, then the risk capital is gone, and that's it. You know. So I mean, it's not that the amounts of, let's say, 2.5 million, don't have to put the whole 2.5 million with the liquidity pool. I mean, that's not necessary. You should just put your risk capital there.
And if a trader ended up making a mistake, can they reset their account, or how does that process work?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if somebody makes a mistake, it doesn't mean that that's over for him. You know, he gets if we see that he is making mistakes, we will send him an email that something goes wrong, and this is an official warning. Yeah, you can do that 2 times, but the third time it's over. Then you can start to do a reset. And you pay that also once. So for all let's say the programs, so from the 5 until the 15K. It's the same amount, and it's one time 150 pounds.
And what platform options do you have? And do you allow cTrader or plan on adding cTrader in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, professionally, we don't work with retail platforms at all. You know, so I mean, we normally are trading from Bloomberg or from Currenex platforms. But since retail traders are not experienced with it, it's more like MT4, MT5, and cTrader. We started with MT4, yeah, because it was the most popular and was recommended to us. So we said, okay, we start with MT4. If the business is evolving, then we'll add the 2 other platforms.
That was all the questions I had that I pre-prepared. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about before we go into the community questions?
No, not at the moment.
Now let's go ahead and go on to the community questions. The first community question comes from Steve. He says, why are the commissions so high? Any plans to try and reduce them?
We would definitely want to reduce them. I mean, okay, the commissions, if you look, let's say, the total cost, it isn't that high, because, I mean, you're trading with institutional spreads, yeah? I mean, during Europe and the US section, let's say the spread on majors is 0.2, yeah? That's the average. And most of the time, even 0.1 on Euro USD. If you add, let's say, the $8 at it, it's like 1 pip. Yeah, I mean, if you go to a retail broker, normally the spreads are much higher. You already start with Euro USD, let's say 0.4, 0.5 plus your commission. Yeah. We have an agreement with the liquidity providers that say, okay, if we bring in more volume, then we go down in the commissions, because I mean the liquidity providers are not doing anything without being paid, of course. So we need to pay them. Yeah, we want to also lower that for ourselves, because yeah, the lower it is, the better result will come out eventually.
And the next question I have is from Reheza, and he says, "Hey Blake, can you ask where the funds are coming from? I really want to know, since where the money comes from is quite important to determine how they operate. And can you ask about their offices? Is it really in 3 places, and why?"
This project is done by a few partners, yeah. So I mean, I'm not the only one. We have a few partners. We're all in this business for a very long time. We're trading our own accounts, and we do prop trading already for a very long time, as well as asset management. So we have, let's say, some money saved. All of us, we have our own investment companies. So we invest next to this project also in other projects. So the most of the money will come from us. Then, since we're trading also for institutional clients for a very long time, we can also be backed by them if necessary. Yeah, so we do business with private equity firms, with family offices, and some other institutional investors. So if necessary, they will back us up.
Excellent. That makes a lot of sense. And the next question comes from Zafar, and this one's actually not a question. He just says, "I turned into a total Lux fanboy." Do you have a lot of people like that?
Yeah, we hear a lot of compliments, because yeah, most of the, let's say, the people who are signing up are also having an account with the competition. So they feel really relieved if they're not stressed, to get their targets within a short period of time. So we hear that quite often. Thanks for the compliment.
The next question comes from Michael. He says, "Do they allow any type of copy trader, even if you write your own local copy trader in MQL4 for private accounts?"
No, we don't do. We don't accept them. Simple reason: we don't want to actually that people are, let's say, copying some other system of somebody else who invented that. So it's important that the people have their own system. For us, it's also very hard to check, if it's not copied from his own strategy. Yeah, someone can say, okay, I already have an account and I want to have it copied to your account. Yeah, that's still for us hard to check, if that is really the case. Yeah, so we want you to do your trading, yourself, without using a copy trading software or something.
On that subject, do you allow EAs in general?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, if the EA is made by you, yes. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of EAs that are working fine, so we only welcome that.
The next question comes from Nicholas. He says, "In the website, it says we will not be accepting big differences in lot sizes, risk size, or trading styles to fulfill the active trades or trading days. To expand on trading style, and if the rule applies to the first funded and the fully funded stages, for both stages," and he's basically asking for more explanation on this rule.
Okay, now, I mean, we know that a lot of traders, they want to get quickly to the next stage. Yeah, so they can, let's say, trading with a very high risk level at the beginning, and think that if they have the 6%, that they can go up to the next stage. We don't want them to do. We want to see consistency. Yeah. So if you're trading, let's say, on a 5K account, 0.2 lots all the time, that's fine by us. With us, we don't want to see them from 0.2 and then start trading on one lot. What is the reason for that? We normally see also that the moment that they come into a minus, that they're gonna have the trading, or they're going to be more risky in the trading behavior. In order to earn that money back as quickly as possible. We don't want to see that. We want to see consistency. That's what it's all about.
Is there any specific parameters that every trade must be in a certain standard deviation of each other, or anything like that for those trades?
No, you can do it whenever you think you should do it. Yeah. Okay. The stop loss is also important. That we would like to see that, because eventually you're trading our capital. You want to see what kind of risk you're going to take, because if you don't put a stop loss in and you're losing your internet connection or whatever, or you just put let's say, a trade in and then a news event comes out and you forgot to put your stop loss in, and you also forgot this news event that was unannounced, and the market goes the other way and the stop wasn't placed, then yeah, we're in trouble, let's say. So we like to see that, that the traders will put the stop loss just after they put the order in, and it should be within 2 minutes.
Excellent.
Yeah, if you do a limit order, you can already put your stop loss, there on your limit order.
Excellent. And the last and final question I have comes from Aris, and he says they should add one option which a trader could skip the demo and start with the live funded account, but with higher fee that matches the drawdown limit. He's basically asking if this is possible for the future.
No, we won't do that. Simple fact, because we don't know this trader. Yeah, if he sends us a track record that's maybe 5 years old, maybe it's not his. Yeah, we just want to see his trade behavior first on a demo account before we're going to start investing. Yeah. So we would like to see that in that period of time, and then on a live account, the second stage, see if the behavior is still the same as in the demo.
Excellent. Well, the very last question I have for you is there anything else that we can expect to see coming with Lux Trading?
We're busy with a few changes. So maybe you've seen we don't do education, for example, because we want to really fix on and focus on the trading itself. So we're negotiating with someone who can do the education. So that will be something that will be in the future, in the near future, within a few weeks. So the education will be outsourced because there are a few good educators on the internet. So we will introduce them to them. Also what I told you before, we will get better along the way and make it the way the traders want.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming on to this interview.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure speaking to you.
Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to smash the like button if you did. If you're ready to start with Lux Trading, don't forget to check out the top link in the description below, and also use the code VVS when you check out for that 12.5% discount. If you want to see more founder interviews, check out this playlist right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.